Grade 4, Module 5, Lesson 17, Homework, page 2. Problem number 3. Find the difference in two ways. Use number bonds to decompose the whole. Part A has been completed for you. I'm not seeing that Part A has been done for us, so we'll go ahead and do that one. So we need to do this in two different ways. I'm going to do the best I can not to get confusing on here, so stick with me. Letter A says 1 2/5 minus 4/5. So I'm going to use a number bond to decompose the whole number like I did in page 1. So I am going to call 1 2/5 5/5 and 2/5. So one of the ways that we can find the difference of these two is by creating 5/5 plus 2/5. That just comes from here. And that makes 7/5. And now that I have my 7/5, so basically what I've done is made my mixed number become a fraction. Now I can subtract off that 4/5. Looks like 2 steps, but it's really not. And you get 3/5 for your answer. Let's try the second way, and I'm going to change colors so we can keep that separate. If I'm going to rewrite my problem so we can work with it. It's 1 2/5 minus 4/5. A second way of looking at this is decomposing this into 5/5 and 2/5. But we still have our minus 4/5. So I can take my 5/5 and subtract off my 4/5. I'm going to do that off to the side. And that's going to leave me with 1/5. But I have to go back and grab this 2/5. I can't just let that disappear. And that was an added part. That was an added part with my 5/5. So I'm going to take the 1/5 that I created from over here. And I'm going to add my 2/5 back on because I cannot forget that I still had that 2/5. And together, that makes 3/5. So either way, I get the same answer. The next problem I'm going to do is letter C, and I'm going to do the same two methods as I just did in A. So 1 1/4 minus 3/4. So the first way that I did it is I'm going to decompose 1 using number bonds into 4/4 and 1/4. Now I know those are going to add together to make 5/4, so I'm just going to show that work. 4/4 plus 1/4 makes 5/4. And that's really just coming from this decomposing right here. And I'm going to take my 5/4 and I'm going to subtract off the 3/4. And that makes 2/4. So there's one way of doing it. Second way I'm going to do it is in red, and again I'm going to rewrite my problem so that we can work with it. I have 1 1/4 minus 3/4. So I can decompose 1 1/4 into 4/4 and 1/4. This is the second method, and then I need to remember to subtract off 3/4. So I can take my 4/4 minus my 3/4 first, because that's easy to do, and gives us with 1/4. But we cannot forget that we already had a 1/4 in our problem. So I'm going to take this 1/4 and I'm going to add on this 1/4. I'm trying to make it clear where my fourths are coming from, and we get 2/4, and that's the same answer we got from our first problem.